diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 8 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Guys, let's chat about Florida. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But Jesse, after today, there can only be 1-1.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Gators will call on their punt team. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Give it to the back. Gets it past the marker. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Wilson. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D-lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Release to the back. Finds his man. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They march to the red zone, and here they go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. Man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. It's Lagway. Fakes the grab on the left. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Moving out of the pocket. Gets rid of it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Florida. The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, it's two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. ground with the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. Unloads to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the time.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Here comes the heat. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a four-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And the Gators will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Well, they finally stopped him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Get another look at this Bulldog offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this is a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs out in scoring position.
Moved it to the 19, first and 10. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Forced out of the pocket. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Motion from the wide receiver. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man to the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The offense changing the play. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's golden. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
First down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollack. He really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Gators need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Motion from the wideout. Want another play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Not able to a big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Using his feet to buy time. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
At the 35, he's open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Get it out to the supersonic guy. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well tonight, give back that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Golden. Brings him to the open. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Clock's still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Bring it out. It's White. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. First play from scrimmage here in the 2nd half, and they'll keep it on the ground.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that. The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
it with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Georgia going up tempo. Now the play fake. Starting to feel a little pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Smashes through the tackle. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He'll run it again. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Line is set on third down. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. And the Dogs are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They have declared their intentions on this drive, keeping it on the ground. It's 1st and 10 again. After the run, now to throw. He's going to take off. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Through the air, it's Glagway. On a little time, lets it go. Quick completion on the out. Oh, he's got some space. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. The screen, he's got wheels. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Second down, he'll throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you can tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They got the lead, trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you, bludgeon you. And Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly that they were very talented back in the day when I played them. The program was in a great place. But because of recent success, they're just at a different level. What they're recruiting, what the expectations are, and they're really showing that here in the second half.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive. They've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incomplete.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's is wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff. They're reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to throw it Lagway. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And some room to work. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run up to the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll leave it with him. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Might be changing the route. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Golden. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll go to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gator!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw. It's Lagway. It's complete on the right side. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses it.
Keeps it on the draw. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. He's going to fire to the left. Makes a grab deep. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like, they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you can just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And that's a live ball. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Here's the handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Quarterback may change this route. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes in the 24. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Looking down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on down.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. Listen, stats count. We all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. All these plays still matter.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. They're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Got his man quickly. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
a grab. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. They came into this game with plenty of people putting them on upset alert, and they were ready for the challenge.
And they passed it with flying colors. And this is what you want to do as a team. You want to make these little statements across the season. And they proved, Palmer, the difference between them and the other team being ranked is wide, and there's a reason why.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equally, and they showed that here today. Dominating in all three phases. This is a team everybody needs to look out for.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Looking to the big tight end. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Timeout on the field, and 4 ticks left to go. It'll be a wrap. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Another chapter of this rivalry in the books, and this one goes to the Dogs, who hunkered down and took out the Gators. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got 1 loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams